Well, we can fact check it that we have had a stretch of mainly below average temperatures for the most part. But for the next couple days after Wednesday and even go through the weekend, we're going to be near, maybe even slightly above average too. But that does come with a little bit of snow opportunity. But for the most part, it's still quiet conditions through at least Thursday. Thursday night is when the snow could come. Colder tomorrow, as I mentioned, just a couple degrees colder than we've had here for today. And then we're going to warm it back up a little bit on Thursday back to where we should be for seasonal. And that light snow opportunity, and I really mean light snow, comes through Thursday night, and right now amounts would be very light if you get any at all. It's not a significant event, but it's something we haven't seen too much here in the last week and a half or 2 weeks. But overall, the pattern really is that big system has pushed well off to the coast that impacted a good portion of the mid-Atlantic and then the D.C. area too. Overall to the west, not too much going on. We still got a few little waves coming down that are providing cloud cover for today. There's one for tomorrow coming up to the north, more cloud cover off and on, but not producing any type of really precipitation. Maybe a few flurries tomorrow at the most. Tomorrow's highs, a degree or two colder for most areas, upper teens to the north, about the mid-20s south. So not too bad for this time of year for January. And then as we look at Thursday, with that system approaching, we're going to get a little bit warmer, looking at upper 20s, potentially 30. It does help that we don't have any snow on the ground, allows our temperature to get closer to freezing than otherwise would if we did have a snowpack right now. The snow opportunity comes there, and then Friday we'll have cloud cover, so not much cooler behind this system. We'll still be in the upper 20s for most area, mid 20s up to the north, so plenty of clouds, maybe a few flurries. Now, speaking of that opportunity coming Thursday evening to Thursday overnight, it's this line that it really kind of falls apart as it approaches, but it is this line that will come through at some point, maybe for the evening commute, maybe just afterwards, a very narrow line of some light snow. Not expecting a lot of accumulation with that coming through, but that is an opportunity to come. It may linger overnight. We may see additional flurry activity going into Friday, but overall, this won't amount to too much in the way of snowfall, but we'll get a little bit, at least maybe to cover the ground. You can see a dusting, maybe up to a ½ inch. Maybe someone could get an outside inch, but I think everyone will probably stay under a ½ inch for this amount. Now, the next opportunity is a one that does have a little bit more punch to it coming through, so we could get a little bit more. It's that low that kind of digs southeast. Once again, coming from the northwest, it'll come through potentially Saturday night through Sunday and then work its way through the area. Potentially by Monday morning, it'll be east of the area. So this gives it a little bit more opportunity to see a little bit of light snow. But generally with these systems coming that way, you're looking at maybe a 1 to 2, maybe a 1 to 3. So we'll keep an eye on that. But for right now, it's not a significant event, but it could cover the ground once again. The bigger story behind that is the colder temperatures than next week. And especially if we have snow on the ground, we could see temperatures overnight go well below zero. But for right now, we're in the single digits and we'll kind of cool off, but it doesn't last too long with Wednesday coming back to 20. So all in all, a couple of snow opportunities here, but not much. This La Nina pattern typically doesn't lend itself to a lot of snowfall overall, but colder than average temperatures, but not too bad really to speak of for the next 7 to 8 days.
All right. Thank you, Greg.